I just finished watching Mushoku Tensei last episode for season 2, part 1, and it was very surprisingly wholesome. Now, I'm not gonna like mean too much, make like jokes out of it, but like, cause overall I really did enjoy it. Like each Sunday I was looking at this, man, I was like, man, and just this show, like I don't know what's up with this show, but you have them shows where you just watch it and you're like, bro, that felt like 10 minutes. That's what it felt like for Mushoku Tensei, bro. Every Sunday or Monday, I'll be a day late sometimes, but yeah, I watch it, and I'm curious to see what happened in the school area, like which character's gonna do what, when Mr. Fitz is gonna reveal herself as Sylphie to Rudius, how Rudius is gonna be with his new sexuality. So season 2, like after the first 4 episodes, it transitions over to Rudius and his company to be in the school area, and then he gets to meet characters there, and then he just overall stays there for like the course of the rest of the season, or at least for the rest of this part. And Mushoku Tensei, I know some people were saying that it's different, it's boring now, but I see why they say that, because it's in a school setting, but because they probably got introduced to Mushoku Tensei on the world building and stuff. Yeah, that's what season 1 had. They had so much world building, and when I was rewatching it, I was like, damn, like they world building is actually insane for like a newcomer anime. And yeah, bro, you can easily find yourself immersed in this world of Mushoku Tensei, and then you go from that to being in school for like the rest, like for 7-8 episodes in season 2. So I understand why people say like you probably don't like it as much, but hear me out. They cooked with this shit this season, bro. Cause like it's the thing, when you don't have that much world building in the area, you gotta have heavy dialogue and you gotta have interesting characters, and I feel like Mushoku Tensei had that. Even with the character interactions, like I remember Rudius met this little girl that was like enslaved, and he was able to like rescue her and like bring her to the school, and so she can learn like some new things and have like a proper school life thanks to Rudius and this guy. I forgot his name, low key, but I shout out this guy. This nigga is so funny, bro. He be having me dying. Just the way I'm talking about, every time he talks, like he talks to Rudius, it's so funny. Like, I can't even describe what he does. Just he does too much sometimes, but it's so funny. And Rudius later interacted with these girls, these like I think people from the village that Rudius was in season 1. And I'm not even joking. I thought that these was like the grown up version of these kids right here, but no, it turns out they're like some more like kin to them. They like the older siblings to them, something like that, and to her as well too. So yeah, and then Rudius. I'm not gonna speak too much of what he done to them, especially after what they did to the Roxy stand. Like just know those moments was definitely Mushoku Tensei and Rudius like, but I thought it was still funny a little bit, but it was like, damn, out of context, this shit look crazy, bro. Other weird moments like encounters like this guy, the Giga Chad right here, and then Rudius, that whole battle. Like really, why is his big ass in that school? And then other characters like Cliff and El Nessie, that whole relationship is surprisingly, it's kind of wholesome too. I didn't think it was gonna work out, so I give him that. So I think the side characters like represented really well, but I'm sorry, my main focus of this storyline, this arc, was Sylphiette's story and Rudius' story, man. So Mr. Fitz, aka Sylphiette, that relationship with Rudius had him questioning sexuality because of how sweet she was, and keep in mind she had to like keep this persona like to the princess and the other guy. So like they knew that she was a girl, but the rest, everybody in that whole schoolyard or school area think that she was a boy, and she was quiet too, so she never spoke. So there's a whole bunch of mystery surrounding her. But Rudius, no, bro. And then when she saw Rudius again, she started going back to her old ways. And then, like, bro, and literally for like so many episodes, Sylphia had to keep that secret that she was Mr. Fitz. And Rudius and Mr. Fitz was always, talking, bonding and stuff, asking different questions, learning new different things. And like, bro, like if you're a shipper in the anime community, like I know y'all was going crazy with this. And people in the comments saying, when is she gonna tell him that, hey, that's Sylphie, and Rudy's not gonna be mad, but he's gonna be happy and stuff. And then but of course it takes a lot of courage to do something like that. So literally weeks go by, episodes go by. I remember there's one episode that right before the revelation of Sylphie was that the world building this shit, hey, y'all thought it was gone, nigga. It's back. I think it was episode 9 or 10. I could be wrong. But that episode when Rudy saw the girl from that episode Turning Point 2, like the girl, and she's with this kind of like demon god. You know what happened in Turning Point 2. I'm not gonna say it again. Just one of the darkest episodes I've seen, but yeah, she was with them, and then she returned to the school, and then when Rudius found her out, it took me a minute too. I didn't realize who she was until he started freaking out. Like, I was talking about fear, bro. That nigga was PTSD, bro. Came back, all that shit, and he was damn near, I think he passed out. He literally passed out. Bro, it was so scary, bro. Just think about it. She was with the person that literally killed you and the whole, bro, oh my God. Oh. But yeah, and then that whole episode was a conversation between her and him, and Sophia was also watching because they're speaking this kind of language, and it's not even new because it's like a familiar language, because we realized that she said that she's from the world Rudeus came from, so I think Japan. And so, and that blew my mind. I'm pretty sure it blew everyone's minds because, like, what the this? I don't think no one ever seen this in isekai ever before. Like, someone that comes outside in the world that also got transported to this new isekai world, bro. Like, this is crazy. We have 2 Japanese niggas, and it could be more niggas that we don't know that's in the world with him. Like, what the? We always see 1 character go, but like 2 now? Hold on, bro. And then they have a whole conversation about the incident, what's her motives, and like what she's trying to do and stuff. So I think she's trying to find a way back to the world she came from, Japan. He don't want to go back there, of course, and that's a whole conversation about that. End off with her talking about she was kind of like part of the reason, the cause of the teleportation thing. That caused everyone to lose their families. And when Sophia found it out, but she lost it, bro. And then I was like, dude, it was such a good dialogue. And I say you have to have this if you take away the world building for like a show, bro. They got it, bro. The characters, the dialogue, it was great. And they go to separate ways from each other, but I think they're going to help each other out, like, later on and stuff. They said they're going to form, like, a little pack. Anyways, so we get to the last few episodes, and then that's when we get the wholesome ending. Thank God, because after, the turning points. But, yeah, we see Rudeus and Sophia, she finally told him that who she was, and then that whole thing was so sweet. They actually kissed, bro. I was like, oh, my God. I was rooting for them, bro. Like I said, I'm not shipping a community like that. But damn, when I see something that works, it works, bro. And I was like cheering them. I was like, yes, sir, Rudeus. Do your thing, cuz I felt like a proud brother or something like that. And I know Soda, I know my nigga, I know he happy. I know about the other girl. I know she probably like, I hope they meet each other again. But I know Soda, I bet he would cheer that nigga on, bro. And then, so yeah, I'm glad they, reuniting and stuff. We've been waiting for that for so many episodes. And when they did, it definitely delivered. So wholesome. And also, but one last problem that Rudeus had was like when it was time to, do his thing with Sophia, his situation came back to him. The shit that he had stuck with for years, I think. And he said 3 years that shit could not work. Thankfully, Sophia being the type of human she is, the type of great person she is, she found this like, I can't pronounce it, but just this thing right here, and it helps cures the dysfunction, and yeah. So, and then Sophia knew what was going to happen. Like, they was going to get, like, a little bit drunk and stuff. And then she was open arms with Rudeus so he could, do his thing. And then I remember they did it. At least I think they did. And then the next morning, this one, low-key had me shook for a minute. She was gone. And if you remember season 1, the ending, what happened with Eris, and then when he was like, maybe she had to go do something and stuff. But he was kind of coping and stuff. And then, like, they showed this. I was like, oh, shit. No. This can't be. No, please, not my nigga, bro. If you don't know, this is what broke him the first time. So imagine this happening again, bro. Just constant depression. Oh, my God. But then my ghost Sophie came back, and then she was like, oh, she said, I'm here for you, Rudy. Oh, my God. And then it ended with him declaring a marriage to her, and which kind of threw me off, too. So, and then it ends right there. She could finally, get rid of that Mr. Fitz persona and live her life with Rudeus. And that's Sophia, the most important part. Not Mr. Fitz. She is Sophia now. And yeah, so it was a wholesome ending. So now I'm scared because fortunately I do know that some stuff that happens later on in the light novel and stuff. I know there's another turning point this season, which oh God, I don't think I can mentally prepare myself for that. So yeah, we have that. I'm not sure if we're gonna get Eris more this season. See what she's up to. But yeah, I just know some stuff happens on later, and it just. Oof. But we don't know till April 2024. It's going to be a long time before it comes. And so I just want to get this video out for y'all because, I might as well make a video out since, it's going to be a while before we come back. But I like how the season started off with, like, literally depression and sad shit and ended with a nice wholesome note. So that was great. Mushoku Tensei is a masterpiece, low-key, bro. And if you haven't watched it, man, it's one of the best isekais ever. So check that out, man.